Muriel, Ruby, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation. Let's talk about it. Just bring it up, we got hope and love.
Yeah.
It's all about you and your well-being. The candid conversation show. Let's go, let's talk about
Hey,
it.
let's walk it out. Let's walk it out.
It's all about you.
Let's walk it out. Let's talk.
Thank you for joining us for another Candid Conversation. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
Just because you see a smile does not mean everything is perfect. We all have a story. On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. We are so excited to have a conversation with none other than world-renowned Herb Middleton, multi-platinum and Grammy-nominated producer, songwriter, musician, and arranger. We will be discussing his amazing career and his life's journey.
Herb, welcome to the show.
Welcome!
Thank you.
So nice having you.
We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. Thank you so much. We are celebrating our 100th show.
Yay!
You are our 100th guest. Thank you so much. Now, since you are a strong supporter, we're going to talk about all of what you're doing
Yes.
a little bit later, but since you are a supporter of the show, you know that we always ask the guests to tell us a little bit about their childhood because we believe that's what shapes who we become as adults. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, everything starts from the beginning.
Absolutely.
So the beginning is critical and important.
Yes. So where are you from?
I'm originally from the South Bronx, New York.
New York.
Born and raised in New York. So you see, I'm rocking my Yankee.
That's
see
right.
it.
We see it.
We see it.
We from Brooklyn, so we know.
Yeah, I always have a fitted on that represents New York for the most part.
That's
Awesome.
right. Nothing wrong with that.
Gotta represent. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing in your house. How was little Herb growing up in your household?
I grew up with I would say we had a strong family for the most part. My mother and father, my brother who went home to be with the Lord this year, and my sister. It was, you know, you grew up in the Bronx, and you, like everybody else, you know, the neighborhood is your amusement park. The park is your amusement park. I grew up in a spiritual, religious family. My mother rose us up in the church, and we all were taught, for the most part, how to respect our elders and
right.
things that you kind of are missing today.
Yes.
Yes.
If I could say that. So I had a really pretty much balance for the most part, to be candid. I had a balanced family life. I did experience some things that unfortunately had no control over as a child.
Yeah.
And so I guess we all had those moments.
Absolutely.
Every last one of us.
And it changes you. Definitely. Yes.
So let's talk about, I want to hear about you and this music. At 9 years old, you received a drum set. And is that all she wrote?
He's laughing.
Is that all she wrote?
Yeah, that drum set is I'm glad you mentioned that because that was the beginning of my start of my becoming a musician. Actually, my father, they brought me and my brother drum sets. They brought me the Mickey Mouse one, Orlando, and my brother had a bigger set, obviously, because he was my older brother.
Okay.
And that was the beginning, so I played on mine, and when he wasn't around, I played on
On
his.
his.
That's right.
So
That was the beginning.
That was
the beginning.
Yes.
Churches.
Were you playing in churches?
Oh yeah, I played in well, actually I started playing in the church in the Bronx at like 13 that was the first time I actually played the drums.
Okay.
That's where that's where the drum thing took off.
Yes.
Before that, I started. My brother, he encouraged me to learn how to play the bass, and that. So I was playing the bass like in junior high school, and that afforded me the opportunity to do my first recording with a choir.
Oh my
That
gosh.
my music teacher was the minister of music for a church, a large church in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that was my first actual.
You were born into this thing, huh? You were
Yeah,
born
that
into
was the
music.
Yeah, I was born into it.
Yeah. What's your favorite instrument?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And how many instruments do you play?
Exactly.
Well, my main instrument is right now is the keyboard.
Okay.
But the bass is my heart,
Okay.
and the drums. I play little drums and little guitar, and little percussions. Because I started out playing in the Latin band as well
Oh,
when I was
okay.
a teenager. So I have all of those gifts that God blessed me with in my
Uh-huh.
space.
Yes. With all the hits that you have, where does all this inspiration come from?
The inspiration, I think, to be honest, once you discover that you have a gift, well, I can only speak for myself.
Right.
Once you discover you have a gift, then you didn't, like, I always say, how do people really get, like, really lifted up if they have a gift that somebody gave them and try to be like they gave it to themselves? Like, my inspiration comes from I just I appreciate good music.
Right.
I don't appreciate all music, but I do appreciate good music because
Right.
that's what I was brought up on listening to.
Mm-hmm.
And my inspiration is that, and obviously the person who gave it to me, which is God. Like,
Yes.
so those are the biggest inspirations for me. And then people inspire me to use my gifts because it's gift. Music is a language.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a language. So you live your life out, and you get older, and you learn, and you can relate your experiences through music.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
To entertain but inspire at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And that's the part that I bring to the table.
Well, you've done great.
Done
You've worked with
awesome.
so many. You are blessed to have worked with so many artists: Usher, Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, and just so much more. What was that experience like?
He's blushing.
When you again, like, for me, it was like a dream come true because
Yes.
you never dream of yourself. You don't see yourself. You just dream about it. But when it comes to your reality, you're just in the moment. And
Right.
so I was always in the moment. Like, I appreciated what I was doing, but I always embraced my gift.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I appreciated the people that I was around, but I was passionate and still am to this day, passionate about the gift. So
Yeah, we see that.
And that's what it takes.
yeah, I don't like I don't want to sound funny, but I appreciate people, but I appreciate my gift.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's not sounding funny. It's the
No.
truth.
Yes.
You have to appreciate your gift.
Yeah, because people come and go, but as long as I got my gift,
Yes.
I'm
Last
kind
forever.
of in a good. Yeah, I'm in a good space.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
you are. So tell us, what are you currently working on?
I'm currently working on. Well, actually, I just released a project called "Every Day Is a Holiday."
Yes.
It was
Okay.
actually inspired by my wife of 27 years.
Congratulations. You just celebrated an anniversary, another anniversary.
Actually, I was celebrating her.
Oh, beautiful. Like you said, every day is a holiday,
That's
right? Every day
Every
is a
day
holiday.
is a holiday.
Yes, that's how it should be.
Yeah, because sometimes we get caught up in the quantity of years.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't get wrapped up in the quality of years.
I love it.
Love it.
Love
Love
it.
it. Love it. Absolutely.
I got wrapped up in the quantity first, but then my wife she had a change of mind at the 25th year and kind of broke out on me for a minute. And so during the time that she left, I wrote that song, a song about her. It's called "Every Day Is a Holiday."
Oh my goodness.
With you.
Oh,
And
man.
so,
That's beautiful.
thank God he restored our relationship, and the last 2 years have been wonderful, more amazing than the 27.
That's
right.
so nice to hear, because a lot of times people don't make it back to each other.
Yeah,
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
love
give
that.
up. Y'all kept pushing.
Yes,
Put God first, always.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. I have a similar story, so I love that. Yeah. God bless you all.
Mm-hmm. Do you find it hard to make time for family since you're so busy?
No.
No.
You know,
Makes it.
Yeah.
it's about making choices
That's
like
it.
anything else.
Yeah.
You know, like if you let anything control you, it will. But if you control it, you control it.
Mhm.
And so I do get busy, but I make sure that I spend time, reaching out to my grown kids and make sure that they have time for my wife who works, a full-time job and has a business. So
Yes.
I keep a pretty balanced life, I would say.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
I know that there's some stories you could probably tell us of how you overcame some adversities, with everything that you have done in your lifetime. Do you mind sharing some of that with us? At least one or two.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the things that I've noticed in your show, you talk about self-love,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and self-love is one of my favorite topics because even as a man, if human being lacks self-love, you're pretty much on a way to destruction, so to
Definitely.
speak.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mean not actually some cases it's self-destruction because you live a toxic life when you don't have self-love.
Yes.
That's the truth.
You make other people's lives toxic when you don't have self-love. And that's what I did. And you know what I mean? That was the reason for me driving the love of my life away because I finally realized that I can't love you for me and for you too.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
makes
does.
sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I had to learn that in a 14th month course of separate.
Yes,
Yes.
that's tough. That's tough.
Did you learn that on your own, or you went for counseling or therapy?
No, the counseling. I had a pastor that was talking to me, but
Okay.
he was the one that was pretty much telling me I need to go back to my roots, which was God.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Where you started.
So the first 4 months was a lot of sweat, a lot of tears,
Mm-hmm.
and pain. But then I started realizing I need to listen to what he was saying because I thought it was about my marriage, but it was more about finding out the foundation of my marriage,
There you
which is
go.
God.
Mm-hmm.
So I tapped into that source, and everything was quiet, so I was able to get
Listen.
that's why she did that. This is where you at, kid. Like I was teaching. So as a result of that, I started applying what I was hearing, and one of the things during the process that I learned is that I lack self-love.
Oh.
And like I said, when you lack self-love, I was being a burden for my wife to give me love that I wasn't giving
Give to
myself.
yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And that is pressure that nobody needs.
At all.
That's true. That's true.
At all.
Yeah.
So you
And I
have
was insecure, so insecurity with lack of self-love, that's a monster.
Yes, it is.
That's how
Destruction, as you said.
to the 100th power.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you got that and you were able to start loving yourself to be able to really love her as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it starts with you first.
Yeah, you have to love yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't even love God without self-love.
It's true.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I didn't even look at it that way, but it's true. Yes. Mm-hmm. You share such great messages. I just love your messages online. Where did Middleton's morning coffee come from?
You know what? Sometimes sometimes you don't even realize where stuff comes. You come from, you just do it, you know. So I started. I'm very big on empowerment, and in this world today, God knows it's so crazy.
It is.
I try to just like shift, provoke some positivity into people's lives.
Yeah.
So I started like, these morning inspiration quotes, and then next thing I said, "Oh, it's morning, Middleton." And I love coffee.
That's right.
Perfect.
So that's how that came about.
Love
And,
it.
I've been doing it ever since, and people, you know, I get, you know, I don't do it for likes. I just do it because
That's what you're
I do
feeling.
it because I think some people, even if it's one person that hears
There
it
you go.
and can get something that's cool with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. And it's happening.
It is.
It's happening. Love it.
They're watching.
Cool,
They're
cool.
watching.
Keep
cool.
it going.
We're
Keep it up.
watching.
Don't stop.
I will. Thank you.
We want to also thank you for producing our theme
Ah.
song. Let's talk about it. We love it. Thank you. Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. It's a hit.
No problem.
It's a hit. Everywhere we go.
We get compliments.
Oh, we love your song.
Nice, nice.
And the ladies that performed it as well.
Oh, Christina, yeah. I'll let her know that y'all. I let her know that y'all was really love the record.
Oh,
we
we
would
love
love
her.
to have her
I
on
don't know,
even, you know.
She's on Facebook. I'll see if I can connect y'all. So
Good.
Thank
yes.
you.
We'd
Yes.
love to have her on and share her and what she's doing. You know, because
Absolutely.
our song wasn't the first one.
Great job. We appreciate it. It was awesome. You know, with this pandemic, there's a lot of businesses that was created. I want to know what you think about the versus battles.
did I think about what?
The versus?
The versus battles.
Versus. Oh boy. You know, this is Candid Conversation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm not really a fan of verses.
Okay.
I like the concept of it,
Mhm.
and I think what it does, it kind of touches people. It kind of engages people with the history of the artists that are on it.
Right.
But I'm just like, I think somebody came up with an idea like anything else, and it was, you know, it's just not. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you for being
Yeah.
candid.
Yes. That's what it's about.
Thank you for being candid.
Yeah, I don't have any. So they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing.
Yes.
But I think it's a good concept overall. You know.
Awesome.
But I think it. You know, I did watch one that I really enjoyed.
Mhm.
The one Gladys Knight. and Patti
Yes.
LaBelle.
Yes.
That
Yes.
one for me, there's none touch that because they were, especially
Amazing.
Gladys. She was just coming from. She just had she was leaving some nuggets.
Yeah, she
You know,
was.
conversation in between, and
Yeah.
her live performance was stellar. So.
Oh yes. Old school.
Yes.
And, you know, like look what happened last night with what you call it, with Bone, the guy from Bones and
Harmony.
I didn't
Bones.
see it.
Harmony.
What
Big
happened?
fight broke out.
Really? I didn't see it last night.
Yeah, it's,
These
you
fights
know,
have got to stop.
yeah, you know, we just as a people, I just wish we would just stop all the craziness.
Yeah.
You know, that we just commercialize how ignorant we can be as
Mhm.
people.
Yes.
Yes.
Instead
the
of coming
guns,
together.
the killings, it has to stop.
Yeah, it's just enough.
Too much hatred.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it
Yeah.
myself.
We're all tired of it. It's just ridiculous.
Every time you turn on the TV or social media, that's all you're seeing. Somebody
Yeah.
dying, somebody fighting.
Yeah. And it's all black on black. It's like we are the most, you know, some of us, we are really, really, really hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because
It's so
we
sad.
talk about what the other nationalities or cultures or
Mm-hmm.
skin colors is doing to us, but we are not talking about what we're doing to
To each
ourselves.
other.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Give me a break.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're hurting each other.
Yeah, we're definitely hurting each other.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Wow.
No, we're gonna keep trying to motivate. You know, keep
Yeah,
trying to
we're gonna
encourage.
do our part. Absolutely. That's why, you know.
Mhm. It takes all of us. It takes
Yeah.
all of us, not just you, not us. It takes, you know, a lot of people to
Mhm.
make this happen. We have to speak to the younger generation. Well, there's some older, some of the older are acting up too. But,
Oh yeah, some of the older are just as bad off as the younger ones. Like last night, like these are grown people. They in their 40s and 50s. Y'all acting like
that's ridiculous.
throwing mics at each other.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
No.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know, the industry, the hip hop culture, unfortunately, can sometimes is ego driven, and it's and sometimes it's taken further than the art of talking about how good you are with the mic. It becomes personal.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
think that's some of the things. I think that's what fuels a lot of the energy that causes people to lose their lives.
Yeah.
I think
You
so
know,
too. Yeah. Look at the young rapper, adult.
yeah, big, Young Dolph.
Yeah, so sad.
Sad.
So sad. Well, let's keep encouraging each other.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Music. We grew up with the love of music. Just love music. And we knew you had a chance to work with the Teddy Riley.
Yes.
How was that experience?
I worked with Teddy Riley on one song. He was a producer, and he was interested, and he heard some of my music, and he became interested in me as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And went down to Virginia Beach, down where he had his studio and office, and I was able to. He asked me, did I write? And I was able to co-write a song for Bobby Brown with him and Burnout Bell. That was the year.
Awesome.
And that was it. That was the last time I saw Teddy.
Really? How many years ago was that?
Long time.
No, my goodness, 92.
Oh my goodness.
I've spoken to him, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. There's so much pressure that you have, I'm sure, in the business that you're in. What is it that you do for relaxation? Just some Zen time. What do you do? Do you write? Do you walk, exercise? What do you do?
I really I'm a believer in God. Like I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious.
Okay.
Well, most of everything that keeps me going. I love to laugh. I'm really borderline a kook.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I love laughter. I love fun, and ultimately, I just I love God. Like I have developed a sincere love for the Most High God
Yes.
that nobody sees and we believe in, and that God keeps me at peace. I lost my mother this year. That was a tragic. Yeah, that was a tragic event. But even in that, through God, I have my moments, but for the most part, God helps me through that. We lost Jay.
Yes.
That's the person that brought us together. So that was like talking to his wife during that period was.
That was hard.
It was a lot.
Yes, it's a
But
lot.
God just keeps on being God.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
As long as I keep on trusting God, that keeps on being God. That keeps me.
Yes.
Keeps you going.
Pretty balanced.
That's
yes.
right. Same here.
Yeah. Gotta keep the faith. Gotta keep the faith.
Definitely. Did we already talk about his new project? The You Can't Have It? Did we talk about that?
You Can't Have It. Yeah. That's a song that I wrote and produced on Maxine Jones from In Vogue.
Okay.
Right. Awesome singer.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a song. Yeah, it's a holiday song. She's coming out. She's been through a lot as well.
Okay.
And this industry, it'll do it to you.
Yeah,
and,
I
so
believe that.
I just wrote the song and wrote it in proxy for her, and not just for her. You can't take my joy away. Like you can't have it.
Can't.
So that's how that song came to birth.
I like that. You can't have it.
She's an awesome singer. I love her music.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that. Yes.
Yeah. We're working on some stuff, so we just getting started. And I've also been passionate about working with older artists as well. So that's
good.
That's a big passion of mine. Like people who have reached their 50s, 60s, it doesn't matter. Like age is age.
Yes.
I'm paying attention to it.
That's right. Look, we're getting up there too, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting up there. It's creeping.
Hey, just keep living.
Keep living.
That's
keep
it.
living.
Yes. Well, Herb, we're going to have a candid minute with you. You have accomplished so much so far. What is one of your most proudest accomplishments or achievements?
One of my most proudest achievements as a businessman, you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Is working with Al Green.
Al Green.
Wow.
Oh my.
Elaborate a little bit. Tell us the experience.
I grew up listening to Al Green. Like I said, because of my brother, my parents, Al Green, we had 8-track tapes.
Yes, we remember.
That was. But Al Green, he was always playing in the car, and so I never saw that. Years later down the road, I'll be in the studio with him, producing him. Can you imagine?
No.
I never thought.
I never thought. So that was like the most amazing experience for me. Because he was before Mary, he was before Faith, he was before everybody.
Yes.
And so being in the studio with him was just like, I'll never forget it.
Profound memories. Any pictures with him? Did you get a chance to get a pic?
I have a picture.
Oh, good.
I'll have to send it to you.
Yes.
I just actually picked it up, took it out of the closet not too long ago.
Dusted it off a little bit, huh?
But I'll send it to y'all.
Awesome.
Okay.
No, we just appreciate you taking just a few minutes of your time to celebrate
Yes.
our 100th episode.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again for that.
Thank you for producing our song.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice to finally meet you.
Right. I'm glad to be on the show today.
Yes. Anytime you're in Orlando, please give us a call.
Please.
I will do that. I have some people there actually, so that may be sooner than later.
Okay,
All right, awesome.
Good. We wish you a happy holiday.
Same to you.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. If anyone wanted to get in contact with you, how would you tell them to contact you?
They can contact me at info at herbmiddletonmusic.com.
Great.
That's the best way to get in touch with me.
Okay. Wonderful.
Social media is Herb Middleton. Sometimes I read stuff, sometimes I don't. Like inbox, whatever.
Okay.
Depends on what it is.
Exactly. Okay. Or how busy you are too. You know what you have going on. Yeah. Well,
Excuse me?
I said it depends on how busy you are, what you have going on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we wish you the best, much
Yes.
success,
Same to you.
Thank you.
and happy holidays.
Same to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
We thank you for joining us this evening. Please join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another guest right here from our community. In the brilliant words of Herb Middleton, nothing great is without pain and a testing period. You're gold in the making. His success came from his creativity, consistency, and a ton of faith. He says the chapters and people of your life may change, but God remains the same. Trust upward and move forward. We are real sisters sharing real stories within our community. We thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation show. Happy holidays!
Go. Go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation. Let's talk